Welcome back. I'm Dr. Margaret. Today's topic is struggling with self-compassion and vulnerability. Do you have a friend who might respond to your questions about something sad you know is going on in their life with a quick quip like, if I started crying, I'd never stop, and then they laugh? Or better yet, their response is, I've never been a crier. I'm not sure I even know how, and laugh again. Maybe their dad died suddenly, or their partner was diagnosed with a difficult illness, but they have no overt reaction or response. And yet you feel as if the two of you are really good friends. But then you stop and think about it. That person has never confided in you. You're more than a little fuzzy on the details of their childhood, for example. Your other friends and you talk about your pasts easily. But this friend, you suddenly realize, I've never heard her talk about herself. Or maybe you're that person. You're the person who doesn't easily confide in others. Frankly, you don't like feeling vulnerable. You don't trust easily. After all, what would someone think if they knew that your folks were both raging alcoholics? What would the response be if they knew how vicious your mom could be towards you? What would they think if they knew how much you struggled today and every day with needing to look perfect to others? Or if they knew how truly lonely you are? Vulnerability does not come easily to someone who identifies with perfectly hidden depression. In fact, self-compassion doesn't either. You may consider self-compassion the same as self-pity or feeling sorry for yourself, and a ridiculous waste of energy and time. So what's the difference between self-pity and self-compassion? The first is about feeling victimized by something or someone and staying in an emotional state of anger, blame, or sense of unfairness. Those feelings can then serve as justification for choices to remain thinking of yourself as a victim. You want revenge or special attention. Self-compassion, on the other hand, is acknowledging that you were hurt or victimized, that your pain from that is real. You have a reason to be angry or to grieve, but you can know that and work through that, and yet not use it as a justification for anything. What if you're the person who picks up your friend's kids for the weekend when their mom is in the hospital? The person who seems to just know when someone needs a hand? How do you begin to understand what you can gain from being more vulnerable with others, to risk that kind of connection with others? If you are this person, the one identifying with perfectly hidden depression, ask yourself this question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how lonely am I? If your answer is, I'm too busy to be lonely, then you're likely lying to yourself and using your busyness to cover up your loneliness. To feel as if no one on this earth really knows you is tremendously lonely. It's the reason why 60 people who I interviewed for my book told me they reached out to me, a perfect stranger who was writing about something called perfectly hidden depression. They explained, because I don't want anyone else to live the life I've lived. I have been so lonely. You've got to risk, maybe just a little at first, to emotionally connect. You can say to a trusted friend, I've realized that I don't talk about myself hardly at all, and I'd like to start letting you in a little. You don't have to go any further than that the first time. In fact, congratulate yourself. If you're the one watching someone live like this, I suggest telling them what it's like for you to watch. I never see you stop. You're always going. We've been friends for years, but I don't feel like I really know you. Let them see that you care. That's a huge gift to give someone who is so busy, that you see there's more to them than their busyness. We all know the phrase, if you see something, say something. What's also true in this case, if you see nothing, say something. Thanks for watching. Until next time, please take very, very good care.